Question 8. Add two sets of brackets to make the calculation below correct. Well, there's a big clue in the question here that there's two sets of brackets. Had it just said add some brackets to make the calculation correct, we could have tried all sorts of different things. So there's only so many places you can put the two sets of brackets. But let's explore a few different combinations. So if we only put one set of brackets in there and see where that takes us, we'd have to do the brackets first, which would be 6 take away 3 is 3. And then M for multiply comes before A for add. So then you'd have to do multiply by 4. 3 times 4 would be 12. And then you would add, finally, the 2. And 12 add 2 would be 14. Now, that's no good because we're trying to make 18. So that would be completely wrong. If we put the brackets round the 3 times 4, we do the bracket first because that's what BidMath tells you to do. So 3 times 4 would be 12. And then you would have 6 take away 12, add 2. Now, remember that as it says here, left to right, if you just got add and subtract, you read it left to right. So this is only an add and a subtract, so you would read it left to right. So you go 6 minus 12. Well, 6 minus 12 would actually be negative 6. And then negative 6 add 2, you'd be coming back up towards 0. So negative 6 add 2 would actually be negative 4. So that would come to negative 4. And we're trying to make 18. So that's wrong as well. If you were only putting one bracket in, the only other place you could do would be there. And then we do the bracket first. 4 plus 2 would be 6. You would drop everything else down that you haven't done. And then you would say, right, okay, we've got S for subtract, M for multiply. We'd have to do M for multiply first. 3 times 6 is 18. And then you would read it as left to right. 6 minus 18. 6 minus 18 is minus 12. So that doesn't work either because we're trying to make 18. Now, it's obvious that why none of that works is because we've only been putting one set of brackets in. It actually says in the question, do two sets of brackets. So one set of bracket is not going to give you the right answer. So the only real place we could do two sets of brackets is there and there. And now let's see what happens. So when you've got two brackets or two sets of brackets, it doesn't matter which set of brackets you do first, as long as you do both of them before you do anything outside of the bracket. So we've got to do both brackets first before we do this times. This times has to wait till last. It's got to wait its turn. So 6 take away 3 is 3. 4 plus 2 is 6. Now we've done both sets of brackets. Now we can drop the time down. There's only one symbol left, so we read it left to right. 3 times 6 is 18. And that is the only way that we are going to make 18.